So, typically regarded as one of the best maps of all time, we have Origins. Origins Black Ops 2 is one of the best maps of all time, in my opinion. So, why is it so great? What makes it such a great map? Well, that's what we're going to try to figure out today. Welcome back to Map Analysis. Last episode was Buried. Next episode is going to be Shadows of Evil. I'm super excited. This is the conclusion to Black Ops 2 Map Analysis. Now, let's go and get into the Origins map layout. So, typically regarded as one of the largest maps of all time. This map is massive, which is a problem because if someone dies across the entire map, you probably will not be able to get to them, okay? The only way to get through this map quickly is to fly through the map with the Boomhilda, okay? The mud is constantly annoying, but we'll get to that in the gameplay. The map itself is split into 6 different generator areas full of perks and all that good stuff. Pretty much everything is centered around the excavation site. All the generators are scattered throughout the excavation site. And the excavation site is pretty much what I like to call the hub, okay? So, we pretty much have the crazy place, which is also a little bonus area. So we have No Man's Land, and we also have the trenches, okay? So we have 2 kind of different areas here, the spawn trenches and the No Man's Land, and the church area. 3 different sections with 6 different areas surrounding the excavation site. So I think that's all I have to really say about map layout. Let's go and hop into the gameplay. Alright, so whenever you spawn in, you're already going to notice a bunch of stuff. So let's go and talk about the ginormous robots that roam the map. There are 3 robots. I can't necessarily remember all the names. One is like Odin, Thor, something along those lines. I'm not sure if Odin was actually one. But we have all 3 of these robots roaming around the map. One of them is actually taken down. But these robots may add a certain mechanic that is very interesting. So there are certain areas in the map that are giant footprints. Now, these are where the robots step. And if you are standing in this spot where the robot steps, you will die, okay? When the robot steps in that area at some point, you will die. So you got to look out for those. But you can also go inside the robots to get a piece of the wind staff, which is actually a pretty good staff. So that's pretty cool. But they are kind of random, so they will randomly be in each spot. They can be all 3 at once, but they're going to be like one at a time most of the time. And they're going to be in completely random areas at some point. So there's no necessarily guarantee to get the right foot at all times. So the robots have had a very interesting mechanic which you need to look out for. So there are also mud in this map. Mud is an extremely annoying mechanic that is actually cursed, okay? So whenever you're in the mud, you are very, very slow and vulnerable, okay? The zombies do not get slowed down. Most of the time, if you don't have a shield or stamina up, you will probably die if there's a horde behind you, okay? Mud is extremely annoying without stamina up, and the shield will also help you because they're going to be hitting your back a lot when you're in the mud. The mud is a very annoying place to get stuck at, and that's where most of my deaths have happened to. So the mud is very, very annoying, and yeah. So, what else could we talk about? So, typically, how you get Pack-a-Punch in this map is not too hard, but you also have a unique way of powering up this map, just like Mob of the Dead. There's no switch in this map. Instead, you have 6 generators that you need to power. Each time you complete a generator, it will power up that certain area. There are 6 generators, 3 at the trenches, 2 in the middle area, and 1 at the church. This will activate Pack-a-Punch once you get all the generators. This would be okay if there were not every so often generator rounds where zombies will begin attacking the generators. These things are really, really annoying, actually, and I hate these things so much. Sometimes they don't even give you a max ammo. Extremely annoying. Okay, you also have a tank to help you out with the mud if you necessarily do that, but honestly, most of the times when I ride this thing, it's honestly a death trap. I'm not gonna lie. The only reason I would ride the tank is for the lightning staff, which isn't even a good staff, honestly. So I don't recommend riding the tank unless you're doing the Easter egg for the lightning staff. We don't fear much, but if there's not one thing that puts adrenaline through your veins and makes you so scared that you almost fall off your chair, and forget about this boss zombie, you will pee your pants, okay? Every single Zombies player fears this noise.
are in great danger. The Siren is rallying.
That's right, boys. The Panzer Soldat is here to stop you once and for all. So this guy, not only does he have the most terrifying intro, literally flying in the map. If you have an MP40 or not a good gun by this time, you are pretty much donezo. This man can flamethrower you, or he can literally do the most terrifying thing and grab onto you, throwing you through all the zombies, and you'll probably die before even he reaches you. You have to hit his hand before you even get unclawed, but this man, if you don't unclaw yourself, then you are dead. He will continuously put flames in your face and you will die. This man is so cursed, okay? You better get prepared for this man or else you're going to get messed up by this Panzer, okay? I swear every time I die on any map with this guy, every time I die on these maps, it's always by the Panzer. Just look at this footage.
The robots will march across the face of the earth.
And dead. I don't even know what I get stuck on, but I'm just dead, okay? This Panzer messes you up so much. I was about to go along with my day, so happy on my tank. But no, the Panzer ruins everything, okay? The Panzer's the most cursed boss zombie. This man hates you, okay? Now let's go and talk about the ultimate stabs that will help you out. So you can get stab parts by pretty much doing anything. Going inside a robot, shoveling it up whenever it's snowing, killing the plane and knocking it down to the ground, or getting off a tank and grabbing it. These parts are all over the map, and you can pretty much get whatever staff fits your fancy. So the fire staff, wind staff, and ice staff are the ones I have gameplay for. Did not even make it for the lightning staff, and also that's the staff I don't really like that much. So these ultimate staffs are great in their own ways, okay? So if you get bored of using one staff, you can just replay. The replayability on this map is so good because of these staffs, okay? So the wind staff is pretty good. It does knock off about a few rounds, but and pretty much blast zombies back like the thunder gun. The fire staff is probably one of my favorite staffs. It's probably like my second favorite staff. It literally lights zombies on fire, and it's very, very cool indeed. The ice staff literally freezes zombies. It's very similar to the Winter's Howl, but better. I'm not a fan of this staff personally because it's too slow to kill. I don't really like ice weapons that much. But, you know, it's a good staff still. It's the best staff because it does infinite damage. So, these staffs are great for replayability and do great stuff. You have to upgrade all of them if you actually want to do the Easter egg. And you cannot complete one of these staffs without literally looking up an Easter egg guide. The wind staff is probably the only one you don't have to look up an Easter egg guide for, okay? The other ones are insane to upgrade without an Easter egg guide. So, you know, it's pretty hard. But these staffs are great and great for replayability. And we might as well just go ahead and talk about the dig sites while I'm here. The dig sites is a very new feature. And pretty much you have to grab a shovel at spawn. And you can pretty much dig up sites. And you can get weapons. You can get grenades. You can get zombies. Or you can get some parts for the ice staff when it's snowing. Very, very useful indeed. These are great early game to get a nice early weapon. I could be wrong, but I think that's pretty much it for gameplay. I mean, I don't think I'm missing anything. There's a few side Easter eggs you can do, like for the G-strikes and that all that good stuff. But I think we're honestly on to Easter eggs and storyline. So you are playing as 4 brand new characters, not really though. Takeo Misaki, Nikolai Belinsky, Tank Dempsey, Richtofen, Eddie Richtofen, and all of these beautiful characters. That's right. These are the premise / younger versions of the other characters known as Ultimates, which we ended and buried. These are the younger versions, and they're all here at excavation site 40, whatever the heck it was. To investigate from their own different regions, countries, whatever you'd like to say. So, yeah, they're each from their own places. Obviously, America, Russia, Japan, Emperorville. What? But, yeah, they're all here, and they all come face to face to meet Richtofen. He was literally taking out the brain of Maxis. And they are all here. They are all here, and they are all trying to save Samantha. This is what Samantha says on round 5.
Can you hear me? Please, you have to help me. I'm trapped here. I just want to go home.
this entire Easter egg is evolved around trying to save Samantha. Samantha states, if you save me, you can all go home, which is an utter lie. But anyways, so we get all the staffs, which she says is the end, and then she's almost close. And then once you get all the staffs, she's like, JK, you're an idiot, upgrade the staffs, and then guess what? F you yet again. Do this step again. We are basically in prisoners, trying to do her dirty work. Actually, not really, though. We're just trying to free her from Agartha, which is like the happiest place ever, okay? We have Agartha and the Dark Ether. Agartha was seen in Revelations, but you know that whatever. Alright, so we were trying to save Samantha by doing all these steps, and in the ending, this was all supposed to be like a child's imagination, because we see Eddie and Samantha in, I think it was, I'm not sure, but they're in the house where was seen in Revelations yet again. They're in the house playing with zombie toys, so this was all just maybe in the mind of a child. That's what this is pretty much leaning toward. A troll ending to Black Ops 2 yet again. And yeah, that was pretty much the ending of Black Ops 2. We saw some pretty cool things. We saw Fluffy, I think that was at least in there. But we saw Eddie, aka young baby Richtofen, and Samantha Maxis, the daughter of Maxis, which we saw getting his brain taken out by Richtofen. But this was pretty much the end to Origins, which will all be carried off into Shadows of Evil for next episode. I hope you guys did enjoy this Origins analysis. This is the last Black Ops 2 analysis. Next episode is going to be Shadows of Evil, and I'm super excited for that. Finally getting into Black Ops 2, where things will begin to get interesting in the storyline. And a lot of cool stuff's going to happen indeed. A lot more. Probably those videos will be the longest of the series, since there's so much stuff to do about specialists, wonder weapons, quests, all that good stuff. So I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.